Tips for sellers. Today we're talking about some of the biggest mistakes that sellers make when it comes time to show your home. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Amy Hayslett and I'm a realtor here in the Phoenix West Valley. Today I want to share with you 5 tips and a bonus tip you need to know when it comes time for the buyers to look at your home. So tip number 1, before you hand over the key to your listing agent, check it in your front door to make sure that it unlocks all the locks to your door and that it doesn't stick. The worst thing that can happen is that a buyer doesn't get in to see your home because they're the first one and the key doesn't work. But I've also seen many keys that stick, making it difficult to get into the home, and now you have a frustrated buyer. They're running behind on time and they're rushing through your home. So avoid that mistake. Check your key before handing it over. Tip number 2, lighting. Before you leave the home for the showings, turn on all your lights. This is not the time to save a few pennies on your electric bill. You want that first impression from the buyer to be of a light and bright home. And if you're relying on the buyer's agent to turn the lights on as they're going through the home, that first impression's already been made. So turn on those lights. Tip number 3, odors. As homeowners, we tend to become smell blind to the odors in our home, so it's a good idea to talk to a trusted neighbor or trusted friend and ask them to come through your home and give you feedback on if they notice any odors in the home. While we're on the topic of odors too, be very careful about adding any chemical fragrances to your home. You never want to overpower the smell with fragrances, but be very careful with chemicals because they can set off asthma and allergies for buyers. I would recommend that you stick with natural products or even bake something in the home before the showing. After all, who doesn't love to walk into a home that smells like fresh baked chocolate chip cookies? Number 4, music. If you have the chance before you leave the home, turn on the radio to some soft, easy listening music or ask Alexa to put some tunes on. But be careful, you don't want the volume to be too high because you want the buyers to be able to chat with their agent. Number 5, temperature. You want to make sure the house is comfortable when buyers are walking in the home. And if it's summer in Arizona, here again is an area you don't want to pinch pennies on. Make sure that the home is comfortable enough that they can stay in the home and they're not rushed to get out because it's so hot inside the home. Same with winter. If it's cold, turn on that heat. Make the buyer want to stay a while so that they can really take in the home. All right, so now it's time for the bonus tip. Make sure you have a key to get back into your home. I've had many sellers think that they're going to get through the garage and go through the door from the garage to the home only to find out it's locked, and now they're locked out of the home. So make sure you have a spare key to get back into the home, because I can guarantee you there will be a buyer or a buyer's agent that doesn't remember if that door to the garage was locked or not, and they're going to err on the side of caution and lock you out of the house if you don't have a spare key. All right, so there's my tips for showing your home. If you have tips, I'd love to hear them. Or if you've had problems when you were a buyer looking at homes or a seller showing your home in the past, share those with me. If you have any questions about selling your home or buying your home, I'm happy to help. Reach out to me and I'll get back to you. Until next time, I'll see you out and about in the West Valley.